every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Think about it. We'll get into everything that we're going to get into as we go along, but I got to rant real quick. But why would you throw out an inexperienced pitcher in a game you're still close in? And I don't care what the record is. You show up for a fucking rivalry game. But he's actually talking to him constantly. That is a sign of a really, really good coach.
It's the ToddFox postgame podcast with your host, ToddFox.
Because the only thing I want to yell is fuck! You know, I wasn't going to yell fuck because of what happened, today in the game with a sweep, but I just did a practice run, apparently, and the sound was out, and that shit just put me over the edge where I had to take a timeout for a second. It's been one of those days. If you've ever had one of those days where it just seems like everything is just stacked up against you, it's going to be a pain in the ass. You do stuff subconsciously, or you misplace things, or things go awry, you hit yourself, bump into things, something bothers you, someone texts you out of nowhere that hasn't been an issue for a while. All that rolled into one has happened to me outside of the game. So I was trying to explain as we get started here as a sweep. I hope all of you are doing good, better than me, on a Wednesday midweek as the Angels sweep the Stankies for the first time in a long time, and that's good, and I'll get into that. 714 tickets, 714 tickets, 714 tickets. 10% off every time you use it. You could use it multiple times, HITI in the promo code, and there you go. But let me just get into a quick rant before I get into the game today. I did not get a chance to watch the entire game. The day went on way too long. I get to work and I have twice the size of deliveries that I usually have. And I'm like, shit, dude, this is going to be a long-ass day. Where I work, it's about 95 degrees today, so I got my bucket hat on. I got my, sleeves and all my knee stuff, too. It looks like I'm wearing stockings and shit. And I'm out there trying not to get sun bleached because I'm white. And I burn easy. So anyway, going out there, doing my thing, working, getting blown up by people that I haven't talked to in a while that all of a sudden want to have conversations during the day. And as a FedEx driver, you can't be on your phone, so your phone's just going crazy. So all I'm trying to do is vibe, listen to music. Nope, can't do that. Phone keeps going fucking off, throwing off the Bluetooth. And then all of a sudden, my day started by this. Waking up, going to the kitchen to make myself some eggs because I'm running late to work, step in cat piss. So all of a sudden, my cat's got issues. It's pissed off at the other cat. It's a little edgy, and it won't piss in its freaking in its litter box. So it starts pissing on not only the pot on the floor, but it took a shit in one of the pots and pans that was on the damn sink, and then it also pissed on the countertop. So I'm like, okay, we have two freaking litter boxes for you dumbass cats, and you're going right in this one. The other one's fine. The other one's just like, okay, whatever she's doing, I'm not doing. Don't get mad at me. But this other cat's just like, oh, I'm having some sort of anxiety problem. Piss all over the place. Good for me. And I stepped right in it this morning. So great way to start my day. And then all of a sudden, phone calls, the extra work, the heat, everything else like that. I freaking try to avoid someone, bumped my shoulder on brick wall, sliced my arm. That was always nice. And then all I wanted to do was get home and try to catch the game. But no, I had to listen to about 85% of it. And then as soon as I get home, my dad's like, oh, Steve Lease isn't here. Can you take me to where I got to go? And I'm like, can I eat first? I've been out all day and everything else like that because he's like 80 years old. He doesn't drive no more. And of course, it's not just one of those things where he tells you, oh, I can wait. Don't worry about it. It's, hey, when are you going to take me? And he sees that I'm freaking eating. I would never disrespect him. So I know I'm going off cuff, but I have to release this frustration. It's frustrating the shit out of me. And Papa Fox is usually, if you know him at all, it's trains, baseball, and God. Not in particular in that order, and usually he doesn't talk about anything else, and it's like, man, not even, hey, how's your day going? When are you gonna take me? Because I got this now. Oh. So I was just frustrated, had to wolf down my food, take him, and then I come back here, and the computer was just like, oh, some ghost touched me, and all the system is completely haywire. Again, I don't touch any of the system. I don't shut the fucking thing off, and all of a sudden, just everything's haywire. And I should put a freaking video camera in here to see if there's some sort of like ghost that comes in here and touches this shit, because this place is locked up, yet everything gets switched around, and I know better. But I've had such a fucking day. I just wanted to start the system up, and then that's what happened. I did a dry run, and you couldn't hear shit because the settings were off, and they shouldn't have been touched whatsoever. So it's been one of those fucking days. So I'm sorry. I just had to let that out. Let's get into some fucking baseball. The Angels are back, I guess. They won 3 in a row, and look, it's against the Stankies. The Stankies are not anywhere close to where we're accustomed them to be, but I'll take it. A win's a win's a win. And 3 in a row, that's nice, but Texas hasn't fallen off like I predicted, and I still am sticking by that they will fucking come back to the pack. We previewed it last night. Their next 10 games are very difficult. They go head-to-head in a 4-game series with the Houston Astros. I'm hoping for the Astros because, look, I don't like the freaking wild card, and I know we're 9.5 out. But just think, if the Angels take care of their business, which they have winnable games up, and again, I'm not looking ahead because we got to take Friday and go 1 game at a time, but it's just the thing is, the Angels play the Pirates, who have just been god-awful the last month and a half. And then you got the Detroit Tigers, who can't score runs. So if the Angels can man up and just beat those 2 teams and then handle the teams after that, which they do have 3-game series against, I forget who was on after that, after Detroit. But with these next 9 games, let's just say the Angels can go 7-2. Houston takes 3 out of 4 from Texas. That gets us a little closer in the division and the wild card. That'll help us out because there's about 6 teams right now battling with us. And they're going to rack up some losses. Boston's been losing. The Yankees have been losing. Toronto hasn't been all that good. So this can be helping us moving forward. But the Angels got to do what they got to do, which is win. And they did that today, and they got to build on that. You're over 500. I don't want to see this let's get back to 500 bullshit. We're there. We're over it. Let's move forward. And so the Angels, I believe, look, they did a good job today. You got Chase Silseth, who we called up. I thought it was going to be a bullpen game. I was wrong right there because it looked like, I had a feeling that our boy Fearless Leader Philosophy was going to take him out after the 4th inning. But he was dealing. You had 41 strikeouts. 41 strikeouts. Now, I want you guys to understand something. If you know baseball, there's 27 outs in every game. They just played a 3-game series with the New York Yankees. This is reminiscent to last year. The Yankees this year are the Angels from last year, which means they struck out too many goddamn times, too many wasted outs. There's a reason why that team has a batting average of 230. There's a reason why that team can't score runs because they don't even put the ball in play. And so in 27 outs, 2 games, that's 54 outs. In 3 games, that's 71 outs, right? You have 71 outs. In 71 outs that you had in a 3-game series, you struck out 41 times. Let that sink in, dude. That's almost 50 or almost 75% of the time you're striking out. It's a wonder they scored any runs at all. And so it kind of reminds me of what the Angels were doing last year. Just swing, strike out. But the Yankees have had injuries. Yes, they've had injuries, and surprisingly, the Angels have had more injuries. But you strike out 41 times out of 71. That's god-awful. That's terrible. And there's a reason why we won this series. But I'll tell you one thing. Philosophy is also a problem. Because in this game, if you noticed, in the 6th inning, Silseth went 5 2/3. He was at 85 pitches. You're going to likely send him back down. So you could have pitched him like Canning if you wanted to. Realistically, you could have thrown him 122 pitches. Not to say that they were going to do that, but let him get the freaking last out. He just struck out 2 guys after allowing that home run. So he was up to 10 outs. Why did you need to go to the bullpen? Overthinking. Goes to the bullpen. Soriano allows a run, has the bases loaded. That game could have been lost. It was this close. If the Yankees had any kind of comparable hitters, that game could have turned in a heartbeat, and that would have been Philosophy's fault because he just didn't leave well enough alone. Sometimes you just need to let the game play out. You just need to let the game play out. And they would have won easily despite that. But the Angels get the win. Silseth goes to 2-1. It seems like the whole experiment with him being a bullpen pitcher is over. Rendon looked crappy. Again, I didn't like the fact that the Yankees used him in Colorado and they're trying to stretch him out there. They let him out there to sit. But the Angels, they got those 6 runs and they sat on it. They literally sat on it. In philosophy, let's just say Silseth blows that game, right? And they can't score right there. He takes out Stefanik. Easy out. Velasquez gets inserted. Why? You don't need him in there. What did Stefanik do to get himself pulled again? It's just, I have to complain about this crap because it makes no sense. But overall, in the scheme of things, the Angels get a nice win because they scored 6 runs in the first 3 innings, coast the rest of the way, get a run in the 8th. Taylor Ward led off the game in the first inning with a 2-run home run, scoring Ohtani. So he's hitting better in that 4-hole, which I'm surprised. 3-hole, Renifo homers to make it 4-0 in the second inning. In the third inning, Mickey Moniak stays hot, gets a single scoring Ohtani, and it made it 5-0. And then Eduardo Escobar with a sacrifice, or he got a hit into a force and was almost doubled up, but he was safe. Made it 6-0. And then Stanton homers, and then Kyle Hishisakawa, I can't say his name. He singled to score at 6-2, and then Frenchie Cordero homered to get it close to where they had to use some bullpen help right there, or they were going to set up for a save, but Taylor Ward would hit a ground rule double to score in Neto to make it 7-3 final. So the Angels win 7-3. Let's go over the box score real quick. The Yankees, again, the batters, they're terrible tonight. 16 more strikeouts. Again, Peraza, their third baseman, 0 for 4. He got the golden sombrero. Look, last night we gave him the Nacho Night because he had the hat trick with 3. Well, he's like, hey, hold my beer. And then you had 3 guys in a row who had 2 strikeouts, Stanton, LeMahieu, and Volpe. Boy, is Volpe looking so much better than Neto, according to ESPN. Cordero had a strikeout. Only guy that really did good was Cordero, 3 out of 4 with 2 runs scored, including the home run. Other than that, the pitching, Rendon, 4 1/3, 4 hits allowed, 6 runs, 6 earned, 5 walks. That's where he got his ass kicked. That was more of a Sandoval start when he struggles, all those walks. Hamilton pitched an inning in a third, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a run allowed. No runs right there. Cannell or whatever gave up a run later on in the game. You had 39,000 there. Was big crowd for a Wednesday afternoon game. Weird time right there. Neto went 2 for 5 for the Angels. Ohtani had 4 walks. That's really good tonight. And one was intentional, I get it, but he's at 306. The shift, remember last year had him batting, 256? So he's up to 306, having a nice year. Ward, surprising us all, he's getting that average up. It was up about at 220, but it's up to 248 right now. 2 more hits today, 3 RBIs, including the home run. Moniak 1 for 5, but he's still sparkling at 331. Nice to see that philosophy didn't sit him facing a lefty. Escobar went 0 for 4. He hasn't done much as an Angel. Renfroe did. He got 2 walks today, but not much at the plate. 244 for him. Renifo went deep. He had a 2-run homer. Stefanik went 0 for 3. Don't worry about him. He's 5 for 15 in his career. He will get it going. And Velasquez was a waste of an out and a waste of a play. And what about Wallach? Is it time to send him down? Is it time to move him? What the hell do we do with him? He's now 0 for his last 35. So that's really, really bad. The Angels went 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position and left 10 men on. Silseth again, 5 2/3, 1 run on 4 hits allowed, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts, career high for him. Soriano didn't look all that good at a third of an inning. He allowed a run and left with the bases loaded, but Webb did a good job. Jacob Webb, and then Moore gave up a solo shot there to make it interesting. Loop closed it out in the 9th, so we didn't have to worry about Nevin being Nevin. So there's the stats right there. Let's get into the awards tonight. The Stamos Award. And by the way, I was fucking sick today, dude. Coughing up phlegm and just everything. I was losing my voice last night. I thought it was me gone today. So that was just another beautiful part to my day today. But it all comes back together as the Angels get the sweep, so I feel much better. And I'm drinking, I took NyQuil, and I got a little something in my cup here, so I think I'll be all right. No rest for the weary. Battling through. But the Stamos Award tonight, I'm going to give it I'm going to share the love today. I'm going to give the love to Wallach. No, I'm not going to give it to Wallach. Chase Silseth. I think Chase Silseth did a phenomenal job today. I mean, you can't talk crap about him. 10 strikeouts, 5 2/3. Should have got the 6th inning because it would have qualified as a quality start. So he would have gotten the quality start if he would have got that one more out. He only had 85 pitches. You could have let him in there for one more guy. So I do like the fact that at least Nevin let him go past 4, but 10 strikeouts. Looked dominant tonight. Or this afternoon. And then I'm going to give it to Taylor Ward. Taylor Ward, I've been cracking on him for a while. I want him to be good. I got to get him back to, we got to get him back to the way he was in the first month of the season, month and a half. He's shown, sparks that he can get it going, but then he gets into a funk. So I'm hoping that this series kind of wakes him up. And also the bad pitching, I'm telling you, the first 2 starts against the Pirates, they're bad pitchers, man. They are bad pitchers, and we should be cleaning up against them, especially Ohtani going against that dude with a 5.5 ERA on Friday. And then the only one we have to worry about is Keller in the finale. Keller's a good one, and he goes up against Anderson. But the Angels, I'm going to give it to Ward with a home run, the 3 RBIs today. I'm hoping that he can continue to hit because with his at-bat in there, without Trout, and, until we get Drury back, we need him to have days like this. So he's an important piece. We can't, because right now Renfro's not doing a damn thing. And then let's get into the Nacho Night Award.
All the cheese, all the refried beans, all the onion and tomato and the guacamole, all the beef and jalapeno and the sour cream, all the nachos.
Well, the Nacho Night Award, again, it's going to go to a back-to-back guy. We've only given this out twice this year, and it went to Velasquez on a back-to-back night. He almost won it 3 nights in a row. And this guy's, unfortunately, we don't play the Yankees again because he would have had a chance to go for the hat trick with a Nacho Night. But he got it last night for 3 strikeouts, and he gets it again today. He had the freaking golden sombrero after the hat trick. That's amazing. 7 strikeouts in 18 innings here for Oswald Peraza. He has a sparkling average now of 190 as he went 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. God damn. Is that what you want from your leadoff guys, Yankee fans? And again, listen to the fan. By the way, if you want to see a great rant, Steve Elise showed me the last Locked On with the Yankees chick. She's a super Yankees fan. She is hilarious how she broke down the Yankees, and they had a former guy from Locked On, Steve Brandano, was on there, and he did a crossover with the Angels, and she was she was not too happy that they were pitching to Shohei. So that was hilarious. If you guys get a chance, I would check that out. That was pretty funny. Let's get into the comments. Eric says, good evening. I guess the trade deadline will be boring. Sorry, ESPN, Sean says. It might be. Listen, Sean, whether the Angels do a Tony Regans from back in the day and do what he always loved to do, which was stand pat and don't do shit and wonder why you can't get far in the playoffs. Well, I'm hoping the Angels are a little aggressive, but as far as them being boring, it could be with Shohei not moving, because that's the big piece that ESPN will go gaga over, and they're begging for ratings right now. Tommy says, woohoo, he's back. Brad as a beast says, balls, and Yankees. Oh, I didn't even have that queued up yet. I got to get ready for these for these requests.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
Yankees. Who knew we needed to play the Yankees so bad? Imagine how amazing it would have been if we didn't blow the Astros series. Exactly, Joey. Or we didn't blow the Padres series. We really needed that one right there. Balls, and Taylor Ward.
I was pretty cocky.
I want balls and
Taylor Ward. The chair says, my friend used 714 tickets for today's game. You should too. Absolutely. Don't you ever slander Taylor Ward, Sean says. Yes. I'm learning my lesson. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. It's all me. I'm the circus guy right now. Just throw that in the pot with see, Taylor Ward's got to keep it going, but if he kills it right now, just throw that in the pot with a Suarez. Those are my two best takes this year. The chair says meow. Angels win. Win. Renfro still blows. Showtime fan says reason why Ohtani will walk to the free agency because Angels are unable to protect Ohtani for being for walks or all the times he walks. Yeah, they don't have anyone behind him. This is a much needed sweep, but the Angels cannot be too excited. The Yanks haven't won a series in a month, and most of the hitters are average below 200. That's the thing. Yeah, they got a bunch of squids. That's why I'm like, hey, temper your enthusiasm, because again, we have in the next 9 games Pittsburgh Pirates for 3, and then we're off again on Monday. So we better not be fucking tired for the road trip when we go to Detroit, Toronto, and the Braves. The Braves one's going to be a hell of a way to start August, but you could possibly clean up against Detroit and Pittsburgh, and you have a chance to go 2 out of 3 against Toronto. Toronto hasn't been playing the best baseball either. Let's see. Hiss at sibling. Eric says, "Sorry you had a rough day, Todd, but be thankful you're. But thank you for doing the post game show. Still appreciate you, man. Appreciate it, Brad's Beast." Don't let it happen again, Lauren says. My son, Nolan Ryan, yes, that is his name, is using the Heedy for tickets to see the D-backs. Thank you. No problem. I appreciate you guys keep using it because it helps us out too. Why take out Silseth? Joey says, just let him finish the damn inning. If he gives up a runner, then take him out. Why does Phil keep making it harder than it has to be? I don't know. But it seems every time he does do shit like that, it always backfires. That's why I don't like it. 1 game at a time, brother. Exactly, Lauren. That's what we have to do. Yes, you got to go ahead and go ahead and keep Ohtani, not trade him. 29 strikeouts total from the all-starters. Sports news, we sweep the Yankees. Dodgers lose today. Great day. We are going to the playoffs. Wait a minute. You mentioned playoffs there? I don't know.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me?
Philip says, I work for FedEx as well. It was brutal. Yeah, it was super brutal, man. I was so hot today. Let's see. Akuna Matata, Eric says. Showtime says, Angels need to protect Ohtani from getting walks better. They do. Richard says, 4 out of the, 4 out of the next 6. So let's see the next 10. Standing up today and clapping, tip your cap, pounce on the weak teams, no excuses, head down and grind. Small ball, play baseball with the tough teams, in my opinion. Richard, you're preaching to the choir. In fact, if I could give you money right now, gas money, or if I had the wherewithal, a press pass, or any kind of access to get you in the locker room or get you one-on-one with that idiot manager, Phil Nevin, I would get you that access and let you tell him face to face exactly what you just posted right there, because that moron needs to know. You chase wins. Now's the time to chase wins if you weren't doing it before. And now's the same way what you're talking about. Pounce on the weak teams, freaking play small ball, scratch and kick and claw for those runs. Don't always think that chicks dig the home run and the long ball. We know they do, but they also appreciate wins. And however you get them is however you get them. Fans cheer the same when you walk off by a error, or walk off by a like they did the other night, or walk off on a wild pitch. I don't care. They don't care. A win is a freaking win, and we have to win these games, especially now, if we want any chance, and I mean any chance of making the postseason. Mike says, why does Moniak keep swinging at balls 20 feet out of the zone? Because, Mike, when he faces lefties, that's the only thing that I'll say that Phil Nevin is sort of right on. I don't like the fact that he sits them mainly against lefties, but he doesn't help his cause. He doesn't help his cause when he's over there swinging at sliders. Sometimes when it comes off the left-handed pitcher's hand, he'll wave at stuff way outside. And you saw that with Shohei a little bit last year, trying to pull the ball instead of going to left field. But I do like that at times he'll have in-game adjustments to where he'll change up his routine, he'll change up his stance, shorten up his swing, and look for stuff more over the zone. He's a guy that will take that tablet and pick it up and look at it and analyze what he did wrong and adjust for the next at-bat. I can't say that for all the players on this team, especially Renfro, but I can say that for most of the guys, at least more than they were last year. Guys like Netos, your O'Hoppes, all those young kids mainly do it. You could see they go in there and they automatically want to look at what they do. Shohei Ohtani's been doing it with Ippei. That's why he's a much better hitter this year. Rendon is a waste of money for the Yankees showtime. He sure is. I nearly had a heart attack when they pulled out Silseth and Soriano struggled. He could have gave up the game today. Have the Angels moved, brought up, or send up anyone to date? Not today. Not today. Silseth was the only move, and that was the starter. But not yet. They haven't. Not yet. Nice sweep, but I'm still leery about getting too excited. Just to be let down again. I hate that we are in this cycle, but this team has let everyone down for far too long. Hopefully they'll prove me wrong. And that's the only thing we can hang our hat on, is that at some point, again, I'm not jumping and doing cartwheels, A, because I feel like shit, but B, I'm not going to do that and drink the Kool-Aid, man, because the season started yesterday. You know what I mean? So it's early in the season, right, Raj?
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Well, it already started, Raj, and we got a couple more games. I mean, don't be such a Halo honk.
If you're a so-called Angel fan, if you're a Halo honk for life like me, then shut up.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm just saying, I think I believe that this team can get on a roll, but will they? And we all have that faith that or we look at the schedule right now, and again, even if you wipe away that Toronto and freaking Atlanta series, these next 6 games are pivotal. You cannot play down to your competition. I get it. These teams can win on any night. I get it. They're not the Oakland A's, but the Oakland A's still sometimes jump up and bite us in the ass. The Pirates are going to still play as tough. Detroit's still going to play as tough, but you got to get them fucking wins if you want to stay in this, dude. I'm telling you, Houston and Texas got some pretty tough games coming up here. I agree, Eric, 20-year fan here, and I can't say the last 10 years have been rough, bro. Exactly. Eric says, I think the Yankees folks I'm watching are saying that Neto is for real. Yes, and Sterling says, let's go Tigers. Yeah, I guess the Tigers are going to be we're going to be playing your Tigers here. I have no faith in Nevin to make the right adjustments and lead this team to the playoffs. Exactly. You keep Wallach till Hoppy returns. Yeah, that's about our only move, Sean. You're right there. Neto is for real. We need Ohtani to have a very strong outing against the Pirates. He is due for another quality start. That would set up another series win. Mike Noun says Wallach is here for defense. He is the only catcher that we can trust to catch Ohtani. Can't send him down. And we're going to have to stick with him until Hoppy gets back, because I don't see them carrying 3 catchers. I really don't. Time to send Wallach and bring Cuero up until Hoppy comes back. I just don't know if Cuero's ready. He's close, but I don't know. There's really nothing you can do about Wallach, unfortunately. Richard says Theraflu and sweat it out. And I'm telling you right now, Richard, that is some of the best stuff out there. I had some soup the other night, and that helped me. And I had some soup for lunch today, so that helped. But damn, I'm telling you, the Theraflu, when COVID came out in February 2020, I got it like May of 2020, and I got hit hard, and it was crazy because I was okay at first. I had the symptoms, and then I went to the ER, and they told me just go home, drink water. And so my dumbass goes home and listens to them, and I drink water, and nothing happens, and I'm just getting worse and worse and worse to where I couldn't even get out of the bathtub. And then I'm like, dude, I'm feeling like shit. I had to send my kids away so they wouldn't, get sick. And I'm over here by myself. I'm like, I'm going to die. It's starting to affect my breathing. I can't even make it to the refrigerator. And then I freaking DoorDashed or Uber Eats the Theraflu, NyQuil, orange juice, and Gatorade. And 24 hours later, as sick and as deathly ill as I felt, gone. I'm like, man, how many people could have saved themselves if they just took Theraflu and shit? Because at the time, for almost a year, they were telling us to take nothing. So I can rant about that all day because, I mean, even antibiotics, it worked for some people. I know some people don't have the best immune system and it was going to affect them differently. But for normal Joes like me, I mean, yeah, a couple of my friends almost died because they did the same thing. They waited. And Theraflu, it works not only for COVID, but it works for any kind of sickness, man. You drink some of that super hot, down it with some honey maybe if you don't like the flavor. I'm telling you, Richard, it's the best. If Ohapi wasn't injured, Wallach would have been playing in no time. Oh, yeah, he wouldn't be with us right now. And Cuero isn't ready yet. I agree. Sean says Nacho for Squid because he exists. He always gets an honorable mention for sure. These upcoming series are huge if this team truly wants to be in October. After these next 4, it's the Rays, Rangers, Astros again, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Gotta let Cuero cook. Eric says, I think Todd may have caught the Artie Moreno virus, which turns you into baseball life, into pure misery. Yeah, the Moreno virus is pretty bad. We won, and that's a winning streak. It is a winning streak. What the hell, man? I mean, it's good to know.
All right, you guys, let's listen up. We won a game yesterday. If we win one today, that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak.
We got one. A series sweep is like a playoff berth for Halo fans. How sad is that? Brad is a beast says Roger is having John Stamos choke on him after the sweep.
John Stamos choked on me. And of course, I was pretty cocky when I wanted to get that over with, sit down, and be on with. But now that it's actually on my body and it's running up my butt right now, I kind of like guy John Stamos.
1 starter and 1 bullpen arm is what I'm hoping for, Lauren says. Anna says, balls, and Yankees lose.
I was pretty cocky.
I want balls and
Yankees lose. Would be amazing if the Angels could land Roki Sasaki if he decides to come to the MLB. He's tearing up the NPB this year. He started in the All-Star game yesterday, 12 games, 79 innings with a 1.48 ERA. Their pitching is freaking amazing in Japan. I mean, it has some really good studs, and we saw a lot of their WBC players. They're pretty good. Also, 7-2 record is what Silenese hoping for. Dominique says we asked for a sweep on Monday, and we get it. The next 6 games will definitely be important. Easily could go 6-0. Time to pounce now. And if they did, then there you go. Richard says, then I'll preach. Well, then do it, my man. Roberto says, how many times does Taylor Ward strike out, ground out, or fly out? He's a double play machine, not to mention his permanent disabled arm. He just got lucky today. He's an incompetent 0. Well, he's still got to prove a lot of people, that he can do it consistently. I don't like his noodle arm. No matter how hot he gets in the box, he's got a noodle arm out there. If anything, if philosophy actually cared about defense and we had Adele up here, Adele's got a better arm. Only Nevin would pull a pitcher throwing heat already with 2 outs and only 1 earned run. Philosophy. Dominic says the season started Monday. Yeah, it did start Monday. Maybe that's what it was, dude. He just had the wrong day.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Yeah, Angel Central says the same thing. Since the season started, we're 3-0. Ward, Renifo, Rendon, and Squid needs to go for the Angels to have any chance. And by the way, I don't know if you guys saw this, but we posted this, and I think it was Fernando that posted this. I just wanted to see if you guys caught this or not. Let me get the direct quote here, because there's actually 2 quotes that I wanted to read to you guys, because it was so ridiculous. Let's see, where is it? Jesus Christ, now I can't find it. Well, here's the one from Sam Blum. Sam Blum said, when asked how he was feeling today, Anthony Rendon said, I'm not here, and left the clubhouse. So he just said, I'm not here, and left the clubhouse. Like he didn't give a shit. He didn't give 2 shits whatsoever. Then you had our fearless leader, Phil Nevin, who's oblivious to most anything that's actually that actually makes sense. Let's see if I could find that quote there. Let's see. Phil Nevin on Anthony Rendon. I get the perception that Anthony doesn't care. I promise you he does. His attitude has not changed since spring training. In all the discussions we've had, he's frustrated by it, a little confused by it. Why is it still hurting and bothering him to certain things, which certainly he's not able to do everything he can on the field. So it's frustrating for him. I'm not going to say it's frustrating for us. Of course, I'd love to have him out there. I understand injury is an injury. You're hurting and you can't go. You're just going to hurt the team if you get out there and play, but not up to your ability. Moose has done a great job at third. Our defense has been holding up their end of the deal right now. Hopefully we get him back soon. I keep saying soon. I don't know the day. Like I said with his wrist, He came in one day and said, I feel better and I'm going to play. When the day comes, he'll play. Which means I don't give a shit what you do. I don't care what we're paying you. I'm the manager. I don't tell you what to do. The players run the asylum. You know, the prisoners run the asylum. I don't give a shit. I'm just a person here. You do you, boo. Anthony Rendon. At this point, I don't think he is the all-star that we thought he was, and he is who we thought he is now. It's a piece of shit. And he had attitude with Sam Blum, and he's over here walking around saying, oh, I can't do certain things because I got a bruise. Oh, we see what you are. Yeah, again, I said it last night. When I played on certain teams, man, if a guy was supposedly a star, but he's hurt the entire year, he's in there trying to laugh and joke with us. It's like, bro, we got a game to play. We're playing a game. We're trying to stay focused here. Joke on your own fucking time. You lose that respect from the rest of the clubhouse. I don't give a shit how good you are. You're not out there. You're not out there. Now, if it's a legitimate injury, because I played with a guy who had a wrist injury, and he could have played through it. He didn't. Everyone lost respect for him because he hurt the team more than he helped the team because he wouldn't play through it. He wouldn't go out there. So this guy's had multiple injuries. That, for most part, how many times has Neto been hit by a ball? Hell, his head snapped back the other night. Did Neto leave the game? No. How many other injuries? I mean, look at fucking Ohapi. Surgery. Should have been done for the year. He's rushing to come back. He wants to play. Rendon's like, I got a knee contusion. I barely got the boot off. My knee's kind of purple. I just can't do what I'm normally able to do. Like you were doing anything when you're supposedly healthy anyway. So on one end, I agree with Nevin. Hey, I don't really miss him. Can't really say he misses him because the fucker hasn't been in the lineup all year anyway. Who cares? Besides, just like my dad says, I've never seen a guy bat like that. He bats like he doesn't care. Exactly. Bats like he doesn't give a shit. So it's like what you see is what you get, right? That's how I see it. Mateo says, what's up, guys? Let's see. This skipped on me here. Damn, there's a lot of comments coming out of nowhere. Let's see. Go down here. That's where I missed it. Sorry, I just had to read you that thing because it pissed me off when I saw it. Let's see. Let's see. Bottom 7 right now. The Twins are up 3-1, I think. Joey says, Todd, what would be your everyday lineup once Trout and Drury comes back and are Renifo headed towards the DFA to the bench? I don't know if they'll ever give up on that guy. There's something there, too, where the Angels brass does not want to give up on that guy. So I think in the long run, I think my lineup would be Neto. You would put my ideal lineup would be Neto, Ohtani, Trout, Moniak, Drury, and then I would go with Moose, try to keep it righty, lefty, righty, and then a lefty, and so on and so on. And then you go the catcher spot with Theis, and then you go Ward or Renfroe down in the lineup, and then whoever's ninth at that spot. Let's see, who would you go? Stefanik, because I have faith in Stefanik, dude. I really think that dude's got to be playing more than Renifo. But then again, you get Drury back. Where is he going to play? So, but that's kind of how I would do the lineup right there. It's your boy says, yeah, the same thing and talk about it, but my dad was on an oxygen tank because of it hitting him hard, because it would have been worse if he didn't force the hospital to give him vitamin C multiple times. Exactly. That's the hard thing, man. I mean, again, I get it. It was something new, but fuck, I mean, antibiotics work for everything. You get an earache, what do you get? Antibiotics. You get a freaking, you get rust, you step on a nail, antibiotics, and a shot, what I mean? It's like, come on, man, let's be real here. Ryan says, didn't see Rendon in the dugout this whole series. Maybe that's why we got the good vibes and translated to good games. He's a cancer at this point, Ryan says. Mateo says, we're going streaking, and technically we are going streaking, which has been something we haven't been able to say for a while.
Sorry, we're going streaking. through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody!
Joey says, should we have seen it the last of Herget this year? Dude throws nothing but 0-2 meatballs and runners on base. And he may need his glasses out there because, again, he's been hanging some pitches, dude. Again, he can get ahead of hitters. He just can't finish them off, man. Nevin is NyQuil daily. I feel like we're going to sweep Pittsburgh. I hope so, Mateo. Roberts drinks it in October. Herget and Squid need to be dropped off in Death Valley with no water. Damn, that's harsh, Eric. Mateo says, if we go 6-0, we are back in this. We are. MT says, glad to see the Yankees fan pissed off. However, I'd rather see the Angels kick the Dodgers' ass. Me too, MT. It has been far too long. Sign a petition to cancel the first half of the season and count Monday's games actual beginning of the season. The only undefeated team right now. Phil Nevin will find a way to lose. I can't see us going 6-0, and that's what sucks. Eric says, Ward, yikes. Tommy Chin says, August schedule is going to be tough. Braves, Mariners, Giants, Astros, Rangers, Rays, Reds, Mets, Phillies. Todd, should we be worried? Yes, we should be. Those are tough games right there. Also, Ryan says, put Cabbage back in the lineup. Dude had a killer debut and has a lot of potential. He does, Ryan. But the thing is, that doesn't make sense to philosophy. And, again, it's a left-handed pitcher versus a left-handed hitter. Look how long it took Moniak to earn a start versus a lefty. I mean, it's going to take Cabbage a while, too. And Cabbage, we haven't seen anywhere close to the best of him yet. I believe his power is going to come along here pretty soon. We're going to see more singles from him and him stealing bases because he has a lot of speed. Todd, do you think Neto and Stefanik created a spark? I think they did, and I think they will, but you got to keep them in the lineup. And Drizzle says, what the fuck is up with Nevin pulling Silseth and striking out 2? Dude was smooth sailing. Absolutely no reason to pull him. I guess Nevin just wanted to leave his stain on this game. He did. He tried to help out the and you know what? Soriano is usually a good pull-in or to put in. But Soriano didn't have it today. But again, if that falls back, I mean, if they lost this game today with the potential to sweep and you go to your bullpen and they blow it for you, that would have been, man, then you'd have to fire him or something. I mean, something would have to go. Rendon's next career is stand-up comedy. Trout's injury is understandable. Exactly. Warren says, I think Rendon hates media, so anything he does or says I take with a grain of salt. Having said that, I don't care that he is hurt. Guys are playing better with him without him anyways. And I agree, Lauren, because I think you're seeing guys like Moustakas, who we didn't think it was going to put up any numbers, playing better, and when Drury comes back, he could play third. Again, we're not missing this guy. I'm in complete agreement with you right there. Agree, but putting paying him $35 million to play sucks. It does suck, Jacob. It does. Another Artie genius signing, exactly. Geno Baum, it's now 3-3 Mariners and Twins, Eric says. Huge sweep, Todd. Yes, it was, Don. We got to keep this momentum going against the Pittsburgh Pirates and them fanny packs we're going to get on Friday. Need to get healthy next Drury and Ohapi. Also, Trout has also been nowhere to be found. For me, that shows he doesn't give a fuck. And that's, again, we're going to be able to assume that because they haven't shown us anything different. I'm calling him from right now on redacted until he proves to us that he can play and with heart. I still see Rendon defenders on Twitter. Yeah, you just can't get past them. There's a lot of honks that love Rendon. I don't know why. Send Rendon to the Savannah Bananas. Yeah, I'd like to see him dance behind the pitcher. That'd be hilarious. Most definitely Stuka's sweep over Disneyland. See Hoppy, Moniak, Neto always interacting with Ohtani. That's their big brother right there, their role model. If I have the power, I'd rather give up Rendon and Trout. Wow. And that's, again, who's been putting up numbers these last 2 seasons? With all the injuries, with everything that's gone on, the lack of scoring last year, it was Ohtani. And you don't think the kids saw that when they were getting drafted? You don't think that they saw that when they were playing with us last year and now this year? Yeah, I mean, Ohtani's a leader by example. Not a leader as in telling you what to do. He's a guy that keeps everyone fresh. He's the big guy on campus. He's the one that if you're on the bench and you're looking at your iPad and you're like, oh man, I fucked up last at bat. Oh wait, Ohtani's up next. Hold on, let me go to the railing and watch him. He's that type of dude, man. and you want to be that guy that soaks up anything that he's got to say. So yeah, I see that too. Also, I think Trout's become apathetic. He's made his money, and I hate to say it, but he's used to the status quo of the Angels baseball. At this point, it's just a job for him. And that's the thing that we're going to assume, Eric, until he shows that fire. You know, have you ever seen Trout throw something onto the field, get ejected, break his bat, yell at somebody? Never. I can literally tell you, since I started watching baseball, the guys who've come through this organization, who I thought were some of the calmest guys, who, when they hit their breaking point and the Angels were on a losing streak, no matter what kind of team it was fielded for them and around them, they broke and they freaking went nuts. They had their day, they had their week. And sometimes it would turn them into heroes in the clubhouse because it sparked something. And I think that's what is lacking on this team. And let's just say, forget Ohtani. Let's just say Trout's had it one day. You know, what if the Angels start next season, or if it was this season? Let's just say this season. And they started April 9 and what? Or they won 7 out of 20, 7 and 22. Let's just say they won 7 and 22. 15 games under. It looks like a miserable season. It's going to be a long-ass season. Angels look pathetic on the field. If Trout were just after the last loss of the month, go in there and do a Danny Glover. Start calling people out, saying, get your shit together. Every other word's an F word. You don't think that these players would turn things around and start playing? You don't think that they would look at him in a different light and be like, hey, man, you know, like in the back of their head, the next at bat, the next week they're playing, they're going to be like, I got to do better. I got to do better, man. I mean, we've never heard this from him before. You know, like he means business. And if he's up there crushing it, you better fucking get that hit too. You better get on base. You better strike that dude out. That's how you can be a true freaking leader. But he's never done all that. It's like, oh, man, I can't wait for this series to end. I got to get home to my son. And that's all well and great. I'm glad you're happy to be a father. That's awesome. Once in a lifetime thing. You do you, boo. That's great. But you got to hold up your end of the bargain. You're not getting paid $300,000 a year. You're getting paid over $30 million. You're technically the face of the franchise. So you got to perform better. And it's so frustrating because I'm tired of just seeing him hold up a Silver Slugger award in the beginning of next season or last season or season before that, and holding up a Gold Glove or you know, awards like All-Star, you know, Player of the Game. Who cares? I don't care about that shit. How about be there when they raise a flag of a division champion again? Or say, hey, man, he was a real most valuable player in helping us get to the postseason. The Angels award winner, something like that. I haven't seen that shit, man. That's what's frustrating. I want to see that Trout. That's what I want to see. You come in like a, let's see, ARI, Arizona Gold entourage, locker room, marker board, and point at Rendon and ask him if he can read this, writing, get the fuck out. Then verbally tell the rest of the team to get to work. Exactly. Because basically you just tell Rendon, fuck off, loser. Exactly. Hey, Bally's, Ohtani pitches Friday. Does he? Hey, get your munchie meal before you get into Anaheim Stadium. Then buy, or no, not buy. You're going to get one for free, a fanny pack. You could put like 6 brownies in that fanny pack. And when you want a chocolate brownie, if you haven't had enough during the game, just go outside to Jack in the Box off Catella. Tell him Gooby sent you. Let's see. Also, let's see. Damn. I missed that one. Let's see. Neto is our future, a possible Hall of Fame ass. Our first in Anaheim. He's going to be a good one, I'm telling you. Mateo, on that pleasant note theme, Let's see. No one misses Rendon and never did anything to begin with. Moose is a great replacement and already a leader in the locker room, which is crazy. Hey, my Friday tickets, or have my Friday tickets, Jacob says. I might see you there, Jacob, so keep that in mind. If anyone's going on Friday, let me know, because I got to get a fanny pack for the missus. She wants one, and so I'm going to be winning here and a little there.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there.
Sean says teams better hope that this team isn't in the wild card race so Hoppy gets back. And Hoppy, I hope he starts hitting like he was when he before he went out, because again I'm telling you, he had three home runs, 14 RBIs in that first month, and he was leading the team in both, and his average was close to 300, and he was calling great games. I mean, he was the glue. Neto should have a C on a C patch, and I hope the Angels actually do get that at some point, because he should have a captain. You're right. Wasn't Ibar a leader? He was, but we don't say that. I mean, Ibar was a great leader. And a guy that was just a great rah-rah guy, too. He saw a pitcher struggling. Hey, man, calm down. You know how many times he calmed down John Lackey because Lackey would get so intense? Ibar was so underrated, man. I swear to God, that guy was so awesome. Eric loves Neto. I must admit, it feels good to sweep the Yankees. Haven't done that in a while. Exactly. Perry talked to Artie about signing a high-priced free agent shortstop this winter. Epler just followed the boss, or talked him out of it. Epler just followed the boss's orders, and he's doing the same stupid stuff with the Mets. Epler deserves a lot of Rendon blame. He does. Epler really screwed this franchise up because he didn't stand up to Artie. He didn't. And any sweep of the evil empire is always positive. It is. Also, youth movement and the Moose. I like that, Silent E. Trout isn't a leader. He's a Hall of Famer, but he doesn't inspire his teammates. I agree right there, too. It's sad, but it's true. Also, the fall of the evil empire. Joey says, thoughts on September batting lineup that we were chasing the wild card. Neto, Ohtani, Trout, Moniak, Drury, Moose, Ward, O'Hoppy, and Rendon. I like where Rendon is at 9. Let's DFA Rendon in September. Boy, that'd be a huge balls, and Kathy's cookies. Man, I'm telling you, if they weren't like $36 for a bucket, those cookies are amazing.
That's what she said. Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
Kathy's cookies. I can't help but laugh every time I see those damn commercials. Exactly. The fatty pack is the worthless as Artie. Yeah, who came up with that? Hey guys, I guess what Angel fans really want? They don't want a winner on the field. They want fanny packs. They want to be able to go to the game and put their change and their cell phones in their fanny pack. Exactly. Let's see. Hope they make a streak of winning and on giveaway nights. Also, let's see. Also, Ibar was one of the one that threw bats and balls. He did. Boo, Artie, boo. Exo says, and Mike Trout is made of glass. Showtime says, Todd, you sound like you are under the weather. I am. I am sick. I am sick. So I hope to be healthy by Friday, else I'm not going to go to the game. But I really want to go and get my fanny pack for my girl because she's obsessed with it. She's going to go see Barbie. Yeah, Barbie. I know. I was like, fuck that. I'm doing anything else but that, because I told her the season starts on Friday.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
I guess because she likes all the actors in it, so her and her cousins are like, oh, you want to go see Barbie? And I'm all,
Oh, good for you.
I'll do 10,000 other things except seeing that movie. Let's see, Todd, you sound like Hardy. the Bally Sports sound effect killed me. By the way, let's see, I will have an extra. I can mail it to you. Let me know. Oh, I appreciate that, Jacob. But I think I do want to see Shohei pitch again, though. I do, because we're gonna interview Ernie Moreno on his possibly keeping our boy Shohei Ohtani. I think that we're going to try to throw $500 million at Shohei Ohtani, and if we can sign him to a $500 million contract, we can save a lot of money, we can make a lot of money, and win some games, and have a lot of Japanese fans in the stands. And then, what were you saying, Artie? We try to win the games. Try, let's see, vitamin C, zinc enhances, load up. Yeah, I got some of that too. I did the, what is that called? Emergency, and then I did the Theraflu with a soup, so hopefully. Anthony Rendon is made of glass, bro, and trout, but there isn't no excuse for him either. True. Margot Robbie is one high-powered actress, though. She is. And parts of me, look, I'm a huge Batman fan. Mainly, I mean, anything Batman, but mostly the animated series or DC cartoons. DC movies suck, in my opinion. But DC cartoons are badass. I always have loved the Harley Quinn. I wish they would have not fucked with her outfit so much for the movies. But I thought in the first, rendition of her, Margie playing, what do you call it? Harley Quinn was good. But then the other Suicide Squad and all that crap, no. But she is hot, though. She is hot. Let's see. Give Ohtani $1 billion. He'll make $1 billion. I'm telling you, Forbes magazine says that if whoever were to pay Shohei Ohtani $600 million in ad revenue, in jersey sales, in promotions, and everything else, ticket sales, that team who signs him for the $600 million will make that up in a year and a half. So there's going to be no shortages of teams trying to sign him. Trust me. All the impressions are spot on. Thanks, Siley. If the Angels make the playoffs, his business is finally finished. Yep. Let's see. I need to know if Ohtani pitches Friday. Let's ask Bally's. Does Ohtani? There you go. Hey, how about that Munchie Meal? You know what I can go for right now, Randy? I can go for a Whopper. Whopper, Junior Double. I'm still looking for that depression commercial. I can't find it. I really want to get that because, not to make fun of depression, but just the fact that they throw that in there every 5 seconds. It's the Halo Honk line.
Oh, yes!
Who might this be?
Wow, winning.
Calling into the show because you was being very disrespectful to my Undertaker, Anthony Rendon. You leave him alone, Todd. Oh, we all love Rendon. You're being very disrespectful.
This is the was a hotline to heaven or something? Because I thought Paul Bearer was dead. You watch baseball? You watch the Angels?
Of course. I've been living in hell for the past 2 weeks, but since they've been on fire and they got a sweep against the Yankees, I decided to rise from the dead to call in to the show.
Well, I'm glad I reached the hotline to heaven, but I'll just tell you this right now, though. Rendon isn't worth your time. I mean, he's got a freaking bruise, and that's a contusion. That's all that is. Why isn't your boy playing? Is he dead like The Undertaker? I mean, what's going on?
Don't worry. We've got something in store next week. Just wait. It will be so exciting. Oh, yes!
Okay. Do we have a WrestleMania coming up? Because what's Rendon supposed to do? Is he coming off the top rope? What?
Don't worry about all those things. All things will be revealed. Just watch and see. My Undertaker Rendon will redeem himself. And you will mark my word, Todd. You will. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. In the meantime, I will let you go to continue your show. You're doing a great job.
Okay.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay, that was Paul Bear. Yikes. That was not planned, but I love the impersonation, dude. Shit, okay. Love it. Where do we go from there? Let's see. And what market can do that for $1 billion? None. Uh-oh, another phone call. It's the Halo Honk line.
Oh, my God. Paul Bear, dude. He's tripping, man. Paul Bear. The house. Paul Bear, bro.
That came out of nowhere, bro. I wasn't expecting that.
No, I thought he was fucking with you, but nah, dude, he's a Rendon honk for sure, man. I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
It must be from Twitter.
You know, I just right, but you know, I'm just gonna say it. Good game, man. Good, great series. This is something that this team needs. So I'm glad we got the sweep. I was at the game today, so it was cool to see all the pissed off Yankee fans. It was a lovely sight. It was great.
Oh, I bet, dude. I was shocked because I was driving by the Big A and like around the 5th inning, and I was on my way back from work, and I was like, God damn, it looks sold out.
Oh, no, dude, it wasn't, but there was just a lot of fucking Karens in the stands today. I'm just like moving from seat to seat, and they're like, oh, someone sit there.
Oh,
and I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, they're not here, so, you know, until they get here, I'll leave, you know. And they're just like, you know, it's like, just watch the game. All right, relax. I know your team's losing. Watch the game. You're in my house. We're not in New York. Chill out.
Exactly.
You know.
I can't imagine if they're actually real Yankee fans, because I think maybe 10% of those fans are real Yankee fans.
Oh yeah, no, they're yeah. I would agree with you. They're majority, the 90% of this bandwagon. But I'm so glad to see them lose and see all these, you know, all those fans go home crying. But I mean, it was, you know, I was surprised though, because my little brother was like, Ward is gonna go yard today, and I'm like, I don't know, dude, because he hasn't really keeping up with the Angels, and I have, you know. I'm like, bro, like, I don't know, he hasn't been doing shit, and the fact that, you know, he did go yard, I'm like, wow, he actually called that one. And then also Rendon goes yard, and I'm like, I think it's been 3 games this season where I've seen him go yard. It's insane, but honestly, I'm not sold on Rendon. I'm checked out on him, you know. And same thing with Squid, you know, same shit, different day with that guy. And like in that video I sent you, it's like you know, you get Stefanik in and then he's out. You know, what a surprise there.
Yeah, I mean, it was sixth inning and everything else like that. You're taking him out. There was no why do we need him? Because I mean, the Yankees weren't making contact anyway, so it's not like they were hitting the ball like crazy and we had errors and stuff. So again, that was just a move to make a move and put Squid in the lineup. So it's like, dude, come on, man, like.
No, yeah, it's like trust this guy. How is Stefanik gonna, you know, show you what he's worth after the 5th or 6th inning? Because like this, you know, this kid he was tearing it up in AAA, and now that we got him here, you know, he didn't disappoint with that walk-off hit. You know, just let him fucking play the game. You know, what is it with Squid? You know, and your fascination with Squid. You know, it's insane. And I mean, I'm hoping when Drury gets back, you know, you gotta send Squid down, because I know for a fact Rendon's not going anywhere. He's staying with his team, and it's just the mediocre players in Rendon and Squid. They somehow keep this team down. You know, this is just dead weight for this team.
It is. I mean, it's just sad that I can imagine where we'd be if we had Urshela healthy. You know, because he was a contact hitter. If Drury didn't go down, you know. Obviously, Rendon's going to do Rendon things, but, you know, if you don't have Velasquez up there and you have Stefanik up there, you trust the kid. If they're letting these players play and you get O'Hoppe back, I mean, it's just going to be so much a better dynamic. Then you have a real nice depth on the bench. You could rotate guys in and out or play them. You know, if you're being soft on them and saying, oh, they played 2 games in a row, I got to sit them. Then you're not worried about a Squid entering the lineup and being an automatic out. You know, and obviously when Wallach or O'Hoppe comes back, you know, again, you're not going to lose much with Theis sitting down or O'Hoppe sitting down. You know, this team can be good. It's just, you know, it's frustrating that we've had to deal with the injuries, the inconsistencies, and the bad coaching, because they can play this good.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, they could be a hell of a lot better. You know, it's just God damn, dude. I'm just looking back at the calendar and all the games that we should have won, and you know, it's just, dude, we would have been right in there with Houston and Texas. But you know, I'm hoping the series and then the next series facing the Pirates, we just need this momentum. We need to keep building up because, you know, like you said earlier, dude, August is going to be huge. I can't you know, explain how big that month will be for this team.
If they're able to survive it and somehow keep in contention, they will set themselves up for a winnable September against division opponents to then make that move. But they got to take one game at a time, because that August is a freaking, it's going to make or break them.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then now, like, we're approaching the deadline. It's now it's at the point where we sweep New York. Let's say we take the series against Pittsburgh. The front office is going to have to decide. Look, man, like, if we're really going to make it to this postseason, if we were going to make this in the drought, we got to get another starter. We got to get another starter for sure, because I'm not really confident with some of the guys we got right now. Anderson. He's he always allows traffic. Every game that I've seen him throw in this season, there's always traffic on the bases. I just can't get over this guy.
Yeah, he's definitely not pitched up to his capabilities that we saw with the Dodgers. But again, you get a lot of help with the Dodgers because they got that run support, and then plus they got that pitcher's ballpark, and the ball just carries better here. And then if you're not hitting the strike zone, like you said, too much traffic on the bases. I would agree. I wouldn't tweak the bullpen too much, but unless there's someone out there like another Chapman. But if you were to give me a starter, and maybe if the right kind of hitter, I don't care the position, came along that he's a for sure contact dude, I'd pull a string on that one too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would believe those two additions will definitely boost this lineup and the rotation in the month of August and September, because these 2 months, dude, these are like the months where you really got to go balls to the wall, because that's just how I see things. This team really needs to push it.
Exactly, 100%.
So yeah, man. But good win, and you take it easy, man. Get better.
Oh, appreciate it, dude. I'm glad you had fun at the game. Tell your brother.
Yeah, awesome, man.
Tell your brother anytime he has any kind of feelings about someone going deep, let me know so I could take it to Vegas.
For sure.
All right,
I will.
You got it. All right, later.
All right, later, buddy.
All right, let's go up here to some of these comments right here. The Paul Bearer one was hard to follow up, Eric said, but he did a good job right there. High five, Ghost, Johnny says, from the regular show. I love that show. My kid. It's the Halo Honk line.
What's going on, Todd?
What's going on, Eric? How you doing, man?
Doing all right. Oh, man. So, now that's the series.
You watching the Mariners game right now?
Well, at the moment we're behind 4-3. Hopefully we can get them something going here, because it might be. Then we would have to win tomorrow just so we would have a chance to split the series. Boom.
Yeah, I mean the Twins right now. What are they? Are they still in first, or is that Ohio's in first?
Who is it? Yeah, in that division, I don't even know who's in first over there at this point.
Let me see right now. It's the Twins are in first place by 2 games over Ohio.
Nice.
Yeah. If the Angels were in that division, we'd be a half game out of first place.
Well, that does something.
It does. It does. And unfortunately, we got Texas and Houston, and Texas is for some reason winning when I thought they'd be sputtering out right already. But we'll see what happens.
And then, of course, Houston, they're going to get something going.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared with them, because I think they're going to pull a trade here pretty soon.
Yeah. I still have pretty high hopes on our end.
Yeah.
I still think that something's going to happen.
Yeah,
something might happen with you guys. I mean,
yeah.
Who knows?
Who do you think Seattle's going to go after?
What's up?
Who do you think Seattle's going to go after?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, depends on what they decide to do. I know, like in the off season, I've been hearing a lot of Shohei stuff about the off season.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm thinking maybe in the off season, I was hearing a lot about that. So, and then Oakland, wow.
You mean Las Vegas?
71. What?
You mean Las Vegas?
Oh yeah, those guys.
Yeah, they're a bad team. They just traded that Japanese player to I can't say his name, so I apologize in advance. But they traded him to Baltimore.
Yeah. I mean, I tell you, and he was going in. I think he was supposed to be their go-to guy this year.
Yeah, he didn't really pitch all that great for him. You know, like they thought he was going to be their Ohtani. They gave him a 1-year deal, which I was surprised. But he had his struggles very early on. He got a little better, and I think that's why Baltimore wanted him.
Yeah, and then, oh man, and then there's the Yankees.
Yep.
Well, that's surprising.
Yeah, they've had just a hell of a lot of injuries this year, and in that division, you can't afford to have all them injuries. You got Baltimore right there now in first place because Tampa Bay's had a bad month here, so that division's gotten really interesting.
Yep, and then Boston doing their part. They must be moving to make the Yankees continue to finish the year in last place because we all know that they don't like each other all that much.
Nope, not at all. I don't think they like each other at all. So, that's definitely one of the best rivalries. But ESPN likes to play that game 30 times a year. Put that game on.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's to the point where I can't tell you how many times on a Monday night, on a Sunday night football, Sunday night baseball or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I see that matchup, and I'm thinking, because it doesn't make any sense to how.
Yeah, we've seen that. We've seen that matchup 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I just avoid it now. I'm like,
anytime they are playing in like a big game like that.
Yeah.
On the weekends, you best believe that Sunday night is going to be either at Yankee or at Midway.
Yeah. I've always looked at it this way, Eric. They've had an opportunity to grow the game of baseball on ESPN when the ESPN was more relevant. They suck now, but back in the day when they're baseball heavy, instead of focusing in on those same teams, they should have been focusing on West Coast teams, Central teams. But you always get like the Phillies versus Mets, Red Sox, Yankees, teams like that on the East Coast. They really don't say, "Oh, the Rangers are playing the Astros." They don't focus on teams like that are actually pretty good, and they're regional rivalries. They always promote the same crap, so that's why they don't get the ratings.
I tell you, and like in the 95, 96 seasons, they could have easily gone with the Mariners Angels.
Yep.
Or especially something like that, especially the 96 season, because of how the 95 season ended up.
Yeah, because for a big network like that, it's good to showcase new teams because then you're introducing a part of the fan base that doesn't get to see them all that often. I mean, now I know it's easier now with the internet and everything else like that, smartphones and whatnot, but there's still a part of fandom that don't have all that technology or don't know how to use it and, depend on TV. So you still can use that to your favor.
Oh, jeez.
What happened?
Well, now it's 6-3.
6-3?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Looks like you guys might be under 500 again.
Well, I mean, we do that a lot this year, buddy.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Just as inconsistent as we are, my man. That's why we have things in common.
Yeah, I can see it too, bud.
Yep.
I can definitely see it. I mean, and then I think the real, this series for the Angels, if there's ever a series where the Angels need to tell everybody that we're not going to be messing around,
Mm-hmm.
it was this series right here versus the Yankees, and they did exactly what they needed to do.
That's true. That's true. I mean, imagine if we got swept by the Yankees, it'd be over.
Yeah.
Yep.
But now they made it so that the Yankees have won instead of behind the 8 ball.
You're absolutely 100% correct. That's a good point. Now the Yankees are second-guessing themselves if they're going to be buyers or sellers. So, yeah,
Yep.
I mean, a lot depends on us, too. I mean, if they can go 5-1 in these next 6, you have to be buyers. You got to be buyers. So.
And then so y'all play Pittsburgh this weekend.
Yeah.
Is that at Anaheim or in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, we're off tomorrow, and we got 3 with Pittsburgh here, and then we have off on Monday, and then we travel to Detroit for 3, and Toronto for 3, and then another 3 for the Blue Jays. For the Braves.
Yeah, that's a tough step. That's a tough stretch.
It sure is. Yes, sir.
Terry, I already heard a rumor about who might or might not be starting for the Angels on Friday night.
Oh, this Friday? Yeah, it's going to be Ohtani pitching.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard something about that.
Yeah.
And as you know, Valley, they're going to be loving that piece of information.
Oh, yeah. They won't know what to do next. Either show what he's doing in that game, letting you know he hits and pitches, and then there's going to be about 3 or 4 Babe Ruth comparisons. They love to do that. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep, gotta love Valleys. All right, Eric, well, I'll let you get back to your Mariners and Twins. Hopefully you guys can pull it out right there. All right, man, you have a good one. All right, brother. All right, that's Eric right there checking in. Let's see. Also, as long as I'm here, just fattening his own pockets. That's what's his Silenese talking about. Artie. Let's see. Oh, got another call. This is everyone's favorite right here. It's the Halo Honk line.
Hey, Todd.
What's going on, man?
What's up, bro? Guess what?
What happened?
What? So I had my first day of work today. It was pretty easy. Just checked in people, and dude, there were some hot girls coming by the kiosk.
Okay, wait. So your job is to check people?
No, check people like the campers in and like the overnight campers in.
Uh-huh.
And, like the day people, I can give out like tickets for like $15 to use a day. But whenever I see like there were some girls walking by like my age, and they were pretty hot. And I was like, damn, I'm not working. I'm seeing some hot girls.
Do you have a funky uniform that you have to wear or what?
Yeah, I have to wear a state park uniform, but I got some shorts so I'm not hot in my jeans tomorrow, and I'll be in shorts. But what else? I might not be able to call in on Friday night because I work from 1 to 9 on Friday night, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make the post game, but we'll see because you'll be at the games. But we'll see what happens.
If I'm at the game, if I'm feeling better, I'll be definitely back later, like 30 to 45 minutes after the game. So.
Yeah, so we'll see if I join the live that night. I'm hoping I can. And then Saturday I'm at morning shift again, but that's my last day of work this week. And then I don't work Sunday and maybe Monday, but we'll see my schedule next week. And then yeah, hopefully I keep seeing hot girls and maybe a cute girl will come by the kiosk and I'll be like, hey, what's your snap? Or, hey, what's your number?
What's your
like my or something like that. Yeah.
Work on your lines first, because I think the whole like holding on to the backpack thing, you weren't winning with that.
Wow, winning.
Yeah. Well, she said she's gonna come pick it up in a couple of days, but I don't know. It's weird. Like, I still have it in my room, in my closet. Like, it's kind of a treasure for me. Like, oh, I got this girl's backpack, and we'll see what happens when she comes get it up. But yeah, she said she'll pick it up in a couple of days, but I don't know.
And you're still gonna ask her for a kiss and be inappropriate?
We'll see how the conversation goes when I hand it to her.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're gonna update us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
All right. Cool.
When it happens, when the post game happens or something, I'll update you when she picks up the backpack and stuff like that.
Got it. All right, man. Well.
Well, we swept the Yankees. Yeah! Go Angels, and hopefully we can sweep the Pittsburgh Pirates. Make them walk the plank at our stadium this weekend. Oh yeah, go Angels! We swept the Yankees. Let's get a sweep this weekend. Oh yeah.
All right. Later. That's Big Hammer right there.
Like a blind man at an orgy, I was going to have to feel things out.
Exactly. Let's see. Jacob says, do we know the offers that Artie got for the team? It was upwards over $2.5 billion. There was a report that it was almost $3 billion. Let's see. He's not stupid. He's trying to maximize his investment. Exactly. But that investment drops off a lot if Shohei's not here. Eric says, Artie may suck, but he isn't stupid when it comes to money. He'll sell at some point and ride off into hell. And you know what, too, Eric? I love that point. But consider what he bought the team for. Less than $200 million. And it's now appraised for $2.5 billion. That's a pretty good investment. Showtime fans is better for Ohtani to walk to free agent and Artie Moreno to sell. That'd be a bittersweet moment, Showtime, for sure. Bittersweet as far as we'd lose Artie and be happy as hell, but then we'd lose Ohtani at the same time. No Way Show goes to Seattle's. Hayes says, made it to the postgame show. 714 tickets. 714. Man, it hurts my throat right now. Hell yeah. Shohei's busting a Mike Trout in free agency. I hope so. Let's see. Little Wayne says the difference between the Rangers and the Angels could be summed up that we passed on Nathan Eovaldi to sign Tyler Anderson. The best free agent pitchers signing and one of the worst. Little Wayne, that is so true. And Nathan Eovaldi was a free agent a few years ago, and we passed on him then too. Richard also says Yankee fans are getting ready for football. They can cry when the Giants go down and them put on their Jets jersey. And Rodgers sucks this year. I'm telling you, the Jets are going to get beat this year. Bills are too strong. If Allen stays healthy, Jets are screwed. Dolphins stay healthy. Tua doesn't get 6 concussions. Dolphins are hella good offensively, and their defense is very underrated and got better, getting the dude from Ramsey from the Rams. Let's not forget about that. And then you also have, who else? Oh, New England. New England's going to do New England things. Hilarious to see John Boy talking Yanks in shambles. They hate on the Halos too much. This series was too sweet. Richard says, sorry, Todd, but the Halo hotline sponsored by NyQuil. That's okay, man. I could take some NyQuil right now. John Boy wanted Ohtani in the Yankees team. He sure did. Jacob says, what the fuck is John Boy? John Boy is a super baseball fan. He's got some friends. They go to games, and he reads lips. He's famous for breaking down fights and injections, and his YouTube videos are funny, but he does take some shots on the Angels. ESPN knows all about the NFL and NBA. Yeah, Eric, mostly the NBA, dude, and that's sickening because the NBA blows chunks. I wouldn't watch that shit if you forced me to, dude. I hate that.
Like a midget at a urinal, I was going to have to stay on my toes.
I'd rather watch corny movies like that. John Boy, let's see, I already got that one. Let's see. Once again, Mickey did the impossible, getting an RBI single versus the lefty Angel Central. Yeah, who would have thought he could hit versus lefties? Jacob says, at some kind, what is it called? Is that some kind of new make-believe gender? I don't know what that's referring to. If Hammer calls, I may jump in my pool, third eye blind, the jumper. He does call. My swim trunks are on. That was before before the call. Children should be seen and not heard, Eric says. Words of infinite wisdom. And Drizzle says, I don't like the day off tomorrow. It usually kills the momentum. Yeah, exactly. We get back-to-back, off dates. Chris, what is it called? Agrees, jump in the pool, he says. Uh-oh, here we go, Eric says. Let's see, also, it's hammer time. This is the kind of conversation I had back in 1985. Hammer, you working for the state parks is pretty good, man. Congrats. Let's see, Eric loves the kid. Bro sounds super stoned. That's him not stoned. That's the funny thing.
I'm so wasted.
Just wait till those Shirley Temples kick in. Hopefully he won't be hitting on the babes while he's working. Yeah, that's a quick way to get fired. He needs a voice change first. Balls, and Shirley Temples.
I was pretty cocky.
I want balls and
Shirley Temples. Let's see. Over under Angels win the West or Hammer gets lucky. Damn, that's a good one, Eric. Oh, dude. Hammer gets lucky. Let's see, Ward. Honestly, I'm going Hammer. Laugh out loud. He's going Hammer too as well. Sad but true. Probably true. Let's see, which Roger. Niners are good. Brock Purdy. Oh, here we go with that. Dan's go Rams. Really after last year? And Drizzle's go Pack go. That he is. John Boy knows his stuff. I'm an NBA fan. Go Warriors. We know you are, Mateo, but the NBA sucks. Balls, and crumble cookies.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
Richard said, thanks for letting me jump in the pool. That actually felt good. All right, so if we're not going to get any more phone calls, we'll call it a night as the Angels get the sweep. I'm going to hit the NyQuil. I'm going to drink that like a Shirley Temple that Hammer puts down. Because right now, dude, my voice is... Yep, Tommy Chin checking in with the Mariners are now sub 500 again. So there you go. Thanks, Eric. Thanks, everybody, for jumping on. And I hope to be well by Friday because I really want to get that fanny pack for the missus. It gets me brownie points. Did someone say brownie? I know a brownie where you can get one for $14 with a Jack in the Box meal. All right, Gooby, we get it. But I want to go for the fanny pack and Ohtani pitching on... I said I want to go on Friday to watch the Angels play and Ohtani pitch against the Pirates. Whatever. All right, guys, have a good night. Go Angels, and we'll be back at it on Friday. And, before I go, got one other thing to do real quick because it's a tradition now. And I can't fault a tradition. I have to play a tradition. Hold on. Oh, it's getting worse. Thought it was getting better. I was feeling much better, and then it just took crap on me. Here we go.
Disneyland.